So in 2012, I'm sitting in a movie theater with my family, my wife Sherry, my son RC, and my daughter Alyssa, and we're watching The Avengers. And I grew up, like many people my age, especially males, but many people, intrigued by comic books. I read a lot of Marvel, a little bit of DC, a lot of characters, and I loved comic books. But we're sitting there watching The Avengers, and at Captain America, there's a scene where Captain America's talking to Iron Man, and there may have been another person involved in the scene. I don't recall. But it's like that when I was hit with a ton of bricks. And Captain America's talking something about leadership and selflessness and things of that nature, and it hits me with a ton of bricks. You see, I didn't have the best home life. I didn't have parents that were overly involved. So I was left to sort of my own devices, and comic books really became one of my main devices on trying to figure out what I'm going to do, who I'm going to be, and my whole goal in life was someday to be a superhero. Okay. Somewhere along the lines, probably a little later than most, maybe when I was 20, just kidding, probably somewhere around 13 or 14, I realized that, becoming a superhero, that just isn't possible. It's not going to happen. So bear that in mind as I'm sitting here watching The Avengers. And it hits me with a ton of bricks as Captain America's having this discussion with Iron Man. And I look to my wife and I say, I'm Captain America. Not the guy with the shield and the super serum from the 40s and the costume and the whatever, but his principles on life, on leadership, on who he should be. Captain America is considered an idealist, and it's something that you cannot achieve. Well, I don't believe that at all, and I think that's the problem with society today, is we put Captain America in this great light, and we talk about how he is such a great leader, such a great person, but nobody can really be that way. And you know why that's said? Because when you are that way, you're selfless, and you're putting others before yourself. And what we want to achieve here in society today, at least many of us, is individual, selfish goals, making a lot of money, having a lot of power and influence. And those things are nice, but when those things control who you are and control the decisions that you make, we're in the position we are today. In leadership today, you have to be like Captain America. You have to have integrity. You have to have character. You have to have humility. You have to have discipline. And above all else, you've got to put others above yourself, and the decisions that you make in life have to be made from the disposition of how can I help others. That is how we make the world a better place. That is how we move forward.